Welcome back to another dive into the tech universe. Well, actually, today's more of a short dip your toe in because we won't be going that deep. I'll be sharing just the highlights from my recent experience at the LeadDev Tech Leadership Conference in Berlin. Think of this as a quick tour of the biggest takeaways. It was my first time at LeadDev, a wonderful, eye-opening experience. There were some truly valuable lessons to absorb, and the next step for me is to apply them, which I've already had the chance to do late last week. I think the LeadDev conference underscored the human side of technical leadership. It provided compelling insights to empower teams to drive growth and be more effective, to be a better technical leader. And that's why I'm doing this. That's what I want. One of my mantras is better tomorrow than today. Although now I think about it, maybe it would have been better to say better today than yesterday. You know what I mean? To have a growth orientated mindset. It's to accept that failure happens and I'm building a stairway to the best possible version of myself, step by step through this journey. I think it's important to stress that it's not only about learning from failure, but also about polishing skills or qualities that are already working well. Something that I hadn't been expecting from the conference when I signed up was the sense of community. This event, it wasn't just about me listening to presentations and taking a few notes. It was a group activity where many people from different countries, firms, and backgrounds came together to learn, grow, and support one another. Support continues after the conference because of connecting on LinkedIn. I see the value in conferences like this now, and I will certainly be going more often than I have been in the past. The conference was on Monday the 5th. I didn't want to be too distracted by a laptop and carry something heavy around. So yeah, I opted for a small notepad and a pen, very old school, but it worked out really well. LeadDev had an online agenda. There were presentations and workshops. Sometimes the workshops and the presentations happened at the same time. So I needed to make a choice on which ones I wanted to attend. I wrote a kind of personalized agenda. Now that a week has passed, I can look at the list and it's triggering memories of the conference. Highlights and takeaways. Besides what is here, there were so many more. It's a bit like an iceberg. We're just scratching the surface. Highlight one: connect across all levels of an organization. The goal should be to build relationships across all levels of the organization, including those we would not usually engage with. That's an important point here. This helps drive change, helps move the needle when it's stuck for some reason, and creates opportunities for innovation and support. This particular highlight from the conference gave me the courage last week to someone I normally wouldn't have ever reached out to, and it helped us move forward with something that we were a little bit stuck with. Highlight two: the workshop, How to Deal with the Technical in Technical Leadership, which helped me overcome some worries that I had about how technical I need to be. Dived into areas like making the most of the knowledge and experience of the team. The speaker also introduced something she called the Stupidity Manifesto. Awesome. At its core, it's all about creating a positive work environment where it's okay to not know something. Instead of putting people or ourselves down, we lift them up and we're kind to ourselves. It helps create an environment where it's okay to be confused. It's okay to ask questions, and it's okay to forget things. That happens. By embracing and accepting these things, not only will the environment be more satisfying to work in, but also it's quite likely that teams will be more open, transparent, and then be more effective and productive as a result. Highlight three: learn from failure. That was about leading through uncertainty and how to build a culture where failure is accepted, even when times are tough. The speakers introduced a framework called Liberating Structures. It was a practical facilitation technique we used to collaborate in groups in the workshop to address particular challenges each of us were facing back at work. Liberating Structures, I think, it really can enhance creativity, engagement, and collaboration. It's quite an effective problem-solving method too. It's well worth a try. I know I want to try out with my team in the future. Highlight 4 would be the talk on estimation with probabilities. The speaker presented an alternative to estimating with story points, time, or t-shirt sizes, which essentially leads to a more realistic plan of the probability of something being delivered by a particular point in time. Highlight 5, the talk From Hurdles to Highways, was all about how the speaker experienced the benefits of using team-driven metrics rather than only department or company-driven metrics. And these team-driven metrics led to better utilization of the metrics generally, being growth orientated, non judgmental. They help teams to improve and to reach their goals across the company. Highlight 6, the last highlight, is all about a sticker that a lot of people wanted to grab, myself included. The speaker introduced the German word Eierlegende Wollmilchsau, which roughly translates to egg laying wool milk pig. The ideal farm animal, essentially. It's one animal that provides everything that all the other animals do. And of course, it does not exist. It's a metaphor. It's a person, thing, or solution to a problem that only has advantages, satisfies all needs and requirements. And we need to be mindful in our industry when we see one of these mythical beasts, because they might be too good to be true. Knowing this, being mindful of this, can help us to navigate and make better decisions. LeadDev, it was a wonderful experience. I can't wait for the next one. I hope you enjoyed this quick splash into the tech universe. Stay curious and keep exploring. All right, welcome to a video about LeadDev Berlin. Because that's all I do when I do these speeches. I say all the time, and it really annoys me.